Welcome, my friends. How are you? Come on into the craft room. We have some more ornament fun tonight for you guys. Embroidery hoop ornaments. And these are not your everyday ordinary. You're not your blah, blah, blah. These are not your ordinary everyday embroidery hoops. They're cut from the shop, but they're made to look like embroidery hoops. How cute is that? That is just so cute. I'm loving it. Come on into the craft room. How are you guys? We've had a fun week here. We've had a busy week here. If you are wanting to see some ornament inspiration, make sure you check back all the replays because we have um, lots of ornaments that we've been doing here. And we never stickled these last night. We never ever stickled these last night. So we're going to need to do that too. And let's have some fun. How are you? Hello, Debbie. So good to see you. So good to see you. We're going to do some stuff with embroidery hoops today. These are in the shop. Some of you guys have already grabbed these, but we're going to bring some to life. We're just going to have some fun. We're just going to have some old-fashioned Christmas crafting fun here. I have some fabrics here, and I got some ink pad. Well, we're going to stamp too. So, actually, this is, hold on. I thought I had everything prepped that I needed, that I wanted, all of the things, but apparently I don't. I had to go to the store and get me some new stamps because mine, hey, look, they're all together. You got to pull them apart. Well, there you go. Well, we'll pull them apart as we need them. How about that? We're going to have to think of some words. Merry, joy, Noel, happy, all of those things, but we'll pull them apart as we need them. That way they don't get a mess. Um, Muslin is usually what we're going to do, but we have this white paper too, this white fabric too. Let me look at these in the shop real quick because these are in the shop. You can get a set of 5 of them or you can get bundles. The more bundles you get, the cheaper they're going to be. So let's do this. If you get 10 divided by 5. So they're $2 each if you just get the set of 5. If you get the set of 10, well, 5 sets. So that's 5. Hold on. So that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it makes them $1 each. Okay. So you can grab these for $1 each if you get the bundle set of 5s. That makes sense. One set is 5 and then getting 5 of them. So you're actually getting like 25. But that's what we're going to do tonight. I thought they're adorable. Each of them comes with this little ornament piece or this embroidery hoop piece, and then the inside one. And there's a little bit of give. Now, these fabrics are going to work. They're thin enough. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Desiree. Hello, Angel. These are the fabrics we're going to use, but if you were wanting to use a flannel or any fabric that's like thick, it's not going to work, okay? Because these don't give way, obviously, because there's not a screw up here. Um, but these fabrics will work, okay? So just nothing thick. And I was going to have some lace trim on here. I was going to try that. There we go. I don't have one open. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see. We might use this in some of we'll just see. How about that? All right, I have a few fabrics here. This one needs to be ironed. I don't know where it's been, but it hasn't been anywhere folded neatly. And you guys, my glass broke. Do you see that crack right through there? We're gonna have to, I'm not gonna iron on the glass, but we're just gonna iron a little piece right here. Actually, we probably should have done it without this first. Let's take this off. If I iron directly on my glass, it's gonna crack some more. So when I went and got glass last time for my table, it broke. But when I got it last time for my table, hello, hello, Debbie. Deb, you ordered these. Deb, I just sent you an invoice for what you wanted. That and I'll add them to that order. Okay. All right. So we got this one. Let's figure out how big we want these. We're just gonna cut it into a square, and then we will. All right. Let's cut. We're gonna do that. We have this one. How many do we have? How many did I bring down here? Oh no. Let's go ahead and cut one of these. I love this. This reminds me of like Grinch fabric. You know how Walmart has those the sections where you're yep, that whole section is gonna be good. They have fabric on, they're just kind of folded up. I think it's like a fat quarter. You can find some really good patterns there. Like this could be an everyday pattern. That even goes with so many holidays. Like this would be good for 4th of July or 4th of July. What am I talking about? This would be good for like Easter, spring, but I'm going to use it on some Christmas. We're going to throw that down there. You went today and you got the prints. It was $6. They're really cute. Thanks for telling me, Beth. I love them now. Waiting on my ornaments. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. There's a bunch of orders going out tomorrow, you guys. There are a ton of orders going out tomorrow. So if you've placed an order this week, it's probably making its way to you tomorrow. All right. I thought this was cute. This little, we might iron this one a little bit too. I just had these in my stash. So they do really have a nice selection of, um, they do have a nice selection of fabrics at Walmart. Yes. We're going to iron this. It needs to be ironed a little bit. Oh, anyway, about my glass. I have it up to the edge here on this edge right here. I have it where I have tape on it so I don't cut my arm on the edge of it. And I leaned on it today to like scooch my bar stool up and it cracked a little bit like to here, and now it's all the way cracked. And I remember when I went to get the glass, I remember they were like, what thickness of glass do you want? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Just, and so I got the thinnest, which probably wasn't what I should have done. So we're going to have to go back and get another piece of glass. All right. So these are going to work just like Christmas or regular embroidery hoops. Let's rip some strips of fabric though, because we're going to put some words on these. Yeah, we're going to put some words on these. So this is not muslin, but man, I don't really want to. That's a lot of fabric. Where did that come from? That's a whole bunch of fabric. That's like a whole, hold on, I gotta stand up. That's like a whole sheet of fabric. When in the heck did I buy that? Oh no. All right. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just tear the edge a little bit. We're gonna tear it. Ooh, maybe not. Hold on. There we go. This is the selvage, but now we're gonna tear a strip. I'm gonna cut it. We're gonna stamp on these. So however big your stamps are is probably, I got little stamps, so let's just go with that. Think of that. The hardest part's gonna be moving it onto my table. You know what? Because I have broken glass bringing it downstairs. I've cut myself bringing it downstairs. And I told Parker, I was like, you're gonna have to help me because he brought it down one time and didn't, he was fine. But yeah, She suggested plexiglass. Plexiglass would be fine, but I use the razor blade and it's going to end up cutting that. So I'll just get a thicker glass and that's going to be a little bit more sturdy. Oh yeah, this is way too much because this is a huge sheet here, I feel like. Hold on. I do gotta fold it up. I can't just wad this up and throw it on the floor. I wonder what I got this for. You guys, I don't get fabric unless I have a project in mind, and I must have had a project in mind because this is a ton of white here. Who knows? I'm sure this little bit won't affect whatever project I had in mind when I remember what it is again, because who knows? I don't know. The heat will warp the plexiglass. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the plexiglass would, I mean, be okay, but you would just have to make sure, yeah, that you're not putting heat directly on it and that um I tend to put all my paint out and then walk away and clean it up tomorrow. And so you would just have to clean it up that day so it doesn't get dried on there. And then you wouldn't have to worry about using the razor blade, but I'm not very good about cleaning up when I'm done. I just walk away and then just clean up before I start my next project. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about that about the melting either until Dixie said that, Debbie. Yeah. 6 by 36. You got two 6 foot coffee tables, glass on clearance for $10. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't remember how much they charge me. It's my local lumberyard store. It's the same place where I get all of the wood for our projects. All right. So these are going to be just like, watch. So you're going to lay this on here and we're going to look at there. Oh my goodness. And it looks just like an embroidery hoop. And then we'll trim it. We'll trim it. But look how cute that is. We can paint our embroidery hoops to be a fun color. Should we paint them? That might be fun. But I think we are. Let's see. And I have a couple other ideas. I did just put something in the shop for you guys because I thought I might use some on this. But I just put these in the shop for you. There is no picture on the listing yet. Okay. You're going to see it as the very first thing in the new release section. But there's no picture on it. And it's called the Christmas Embellishment Bundle. You guys asked for like little embellishment pieces that were like a couple inches tall. Look what you got. This is the Christmas embellishment. Look, we're going to use some of these tonight. Look at the bow. This is what you get inside the embellishment bundle, and it's $5. And I think there's 18 pieces in here. How many pieces were in here? I figured out that it ended up being like 27 cents a piece. Okay. So you got an angel, you got a hat, you got a bow, you got candy cane, Santa, a Christmas ball, some mittens, a snowflake, a present, a star. Here's a bell. Here's a flower that you could make look like a poinsettia. Here's a snowman. Here's another bow. Here's some holly. Here's a candle. Here's a light bulb. Here's another ornament. Here's a baby in a manger, and that might be the one that we're using today. Maybe. Or the angel. I think we might use the angel. Here's another Christmas package, a stocking, a Christmas tree, another Christmas package, and some greenery. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. I counted. So that's going to be cheaper than 27 cents each. So there's 24. What did I say? 5 divided by 24. It makes them 20 cents each. Okay. So these are in the shop right now. And I'm just going to scooch them back because I think we're going to use some of them today. We are probably going to use some of them today. I don't know which ones, but we are. All right. So these are the 4 colors that we have. And there we go. Let me zoom out a little bit for you guys. That way we see not so close here on the screen. Y'all are definitely going to see the mess now. All right. These, and these. Those are the 4 colors we have. So I want to put a word on them. I'm thinking for this one, I thought about putting the manger on it. The baby manger. Like right here. Let's look and see what it would look like. Let's figure out what we're going to do on these first. However, I want to put a word on here. So, I mean, I guess you could do that there and it could go on top and you could put it there. That's what we're going to do. So what do we want on this? So it's probably too big for that. Yeah, that's a little bit too big. So we're going to do the manger. And I'm thinking like, oh, holy night. We could do that. We could do oh, holy night. Let's do that. Just because it's like the dark background, I think. And this is navy blue. Okay, that's navy blue. Hello, Deb. It's been so long since I've seen you. We have a lot of Debs here in the community. We really do. Ooh, we do need some cardinals. You can get a bundle from Cardinals. You can get a bundle of cardinals from the shop, though. Okay. We should do the candy cane on the candy cane. Okay, let's do that. We might tie it from the top or something, but we'll definitely do that. So that all goes together. This all goes together. And then I don't know. Maybe we'll just put a bow on this one because that would be cute with a bow there at the top and a word. What word are we going to do on the candy cane, though? Did we say that? Ooh, true story. True story. I got to write these down because I'm going to end up getting, we're going to do true story. I like that. I like that. You have a bunch of embellishments from the past embellishments packs, right? Those are full. They were buy one, get one free here yesterday. Y'all, it looks like she missed a spot at my hair. Doesn't that look like a little bit longer than everything in the back? I'll have to check that out. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's the way it's sitting. She cut my hair today. That one piece right there. I'm not sure. Anyway, those were a lot. Just using the camera like a mirror. We do that, right? You have a 70s vintage laminated placemat on your craft table. The paint easily wipes off. Plus, it was only 50 cents. Amen to that, right? You like the bow? Faith. We could do, I like faith. Let's put joy on this one. That just looks joyful with the bubbles and the little bow. Let's do joy on the red one. I know the true story will be on the blue. And then what are we going to do on this one, the candy cane one? What should we do on the candy cane one? Put that there. I have 2 more. We could maybe do 2 more. And then this one. We could do a present. We could even do a Christmas tree on it. Or, give me some ideas. We need all the ideas. All right, we're going to save that because we're probably going to do more of those. I'm kind of stuck. Should we do the holly on this one? We could do some holly, or what else do we have? We could just do a fun present. I just don't know that I want to put it in the middle. I kind of want to attach it at the top. We could just do some snowflakes, but I feel like it should be a blue background for that. I don't know. The tree might be all right. The tree might be all right. And we don't even always have to put the, I don't think I'm loving the tree. Be minty. That's so cute. That is so cute. All right, let's think on this one. By the time we get to that one, well, but we're going to do the words. Let's just do another bow. Okay. We'll have two that have, but we still need to know what to put on that. So we're going to put joy or be jolly. Let's put be jolly instead of joy, maybe. Ooh, sweet treat. We could put that on the candy cane one. Sweet treat. I think I really am thinking I'm going to leave these plain, you guys. I think we're going to wipe them up, but we're going to leave them plain just so they have that traditional embroidery hoop feel to it. So these are extras. All right, there we go. So this one we're going to put, let's just put joy. We're just going to do joy and end up breaking the rest of my glass. Let's iron these so they are a little bit, that way you can see that edging. I want it to be open, open, open. There we go. Deb, you graduated in 72. Debbie, 72. Deb in 79. Y'all, I was born in 76. I love it. All right. Let's go ahead and put joy on this one because we know that's what we're doing, right? So we need J-O. Let's go ahead and take those out. Tear them off. And Y. We also have a heart. We could put some hearts on them. Oops. I think we'll keep it without the hearts though. Looks like a pencil eraser. All right. So let's put an O in the middle. I love it. I love it. I love it. So cute. Let's get our, let's make sure we wipe it off. And then here's the J. Oh my goodness, so cute. How precious is that? I love it. Oh gosh, Deb graduated in 84. I graduated in 94. All right, so that one is going to go here. Oh, look how precious that looks with the black. I love it. What did we decide here? Let's put true story on this one. So I have to, let's figure out what the middle. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to count the spaces 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Da, 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 and then the O and the U, and then that, and that, and then that. Yeah. So S. Let's do that. Let's do the S first. Here is S, T, O, S, T, O, R, and I had the Y. Oh no. Oh no. It came off the bottom of it. All right. These are not very well. Hold on. That needs to be glued onto the bottom. Oh, I guess it's just sticky. If we need to glue it back on, we will. It's just sticky. Did I put it on right? No. All right. S, S, T, O, R, Y. And then T, R, U, E. How many times am I going to have to spell it? An E. Did we say an E? We did say an E. There's an E. All right. And we were going to start with the S, weren't we? We're going to call this the middle. So we're going to S, T, O, could probably get better at making them straight, but R, Y. Yeah, I could use a blade to cut them apart too. That's probably a great idea. We're gonna have enough room here to do true story. Yeah. Oh, put that back, not this back. So TRUE. Let's do the E first. Where did the E go? There it is. R and T. There's the T. Did I get the R out? I thought I did. There it is. T. Ta-da! That's super cute. So that one's gonna go there. That goes there. Did we decide? Did we decide? Are you loving all the ornaments, Sandy? I'm so glad. Your order is heading out tomorrow. There's a bunch of orders heading out tomorrow. Um, Anybody know, did we say, what are we gonna put on the green one and what are we gonna put on the candy cane one? Let's go ahead and just put festive. Let's put festive on this one. Festive. So how many letters is that? Festive. So 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. The T is in the middle. And we do have the T. There it is. We're going to write festive. T, S. I need to just put these back in here because it's going to be easier for me to pull them out. They're not all unhooked though. There's a S. And then an E. on. We're gonna have to get the F out too. I'm just gonna have to pull all these apart, you guys. We're just gonna have to be looking through them for now. I'll pull them all apart, and then the next time we can just leave them in the box and it would be easy. Festivive. We already got the E. There's the E. Oh, you meant tradition on the candy cane. We can do tradition. I'll just put festive on here. Yeah, there's the F. I'm gonna be pulling out all the letters for tradition. There's the I. Kind of going downhill. That's about how they go, though, isn't it? Now we're going back uphill. All right, my E is already out. There you go. There's that one. You want tradition on this one? All right, we're gonna do tradition. Tradition. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first I is the middle of it. So it's always easiest to start with, that's the J. Start with the middle. Thought I had an I. Or I, right here. We're going to have to try to put these a little bit closer together. So this is a little bit of a long word. All right. And here's a T. And then another I. And an N. That's probably a U. Because we got the U out. I don't think we got the N out. Maybe we did. Is there a difference in the U and the N? Let's look and see. There's an N. And there's a U. There's no difference between the N and the U. We can do traditional if that works. Ask us if we can use, yes, you can use the VIP discount code on the 5 sets of paints. Yes, absolutely. We need an O first though. TIO. They're going like meh, 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 meh. Oh, the one with the nativity, I put true story. Family would be really good though. That would be another really good option. All right, now we need a D. I don't think we've had a D. And an A. And then the R. Did I spell that right? And then the T. It's like when you're looking for a key. There it is. You go through every key and it's the last one that you need. We don't really do keys anymore there. Does anybody here have a keychain? Like, I just have like the key fob for my car, but our house has like a little push button. We replaced the doorknob and the deadbolt, and we just did the key one. It has a key, but I'll never carry it on me, and I haven't forever. And if the battery ever dies, I don't know. I'll be stuck out of my house probably. Oh, Sheila, I cannot wait to see them. I cannot wait to see them. Ooh, Holly Jolly. That would be so cute too. I like Holly Jolly too. There's so many things that we could do. So many things. Okay. We're going to rip these apart before I put them back in here though, so that this is done. Next time, I'm not going to put them in alphabetical order though. We'll just have to find what we're looking for. That way it's easier next time and we don't have to search for, oh, it's coming off too. I had some stamps a long time ago, but when Big B and I went to Hobby Lobby, I grabbed some more because I have some things I'm going to do with them next month for Gingerbread Month. Gingerbread Month. Christmas officially starts on Saturday. My hubby's like, I'm going to straighten that on there. Because my husband is not a fan of doing Christmas early, as far as like decorating and things like that. I'm like, we can do both. We can enjoy Thanksgiving and Christmas for what they're actually for. It's okay. There we go. They're not in alphabetical order, but it works now. Ta-da! You don't use a keychain, but your keys are on a key ring. Yeah, I think I just have my like car fob in my like a pocket of my purse because I hardly ever get that out because I can touch the door handle and push the little button, and if the key fob is on me, it opens. All right, so do we have a candy cane on that? I think I might like the holly too, though. Man, I don't know. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. You could definitely paint these if you wanted. I'm not going to, but you definitely could. I'm going to clean them up a little bit here. Look at that. Doesn't even look like there's that much on there, but they're just pretty dirty sometimes, aren't they? Not enough hours in the day. Oh, Marissa, I feel ya. I feel ya. I understand. And paint the muslin using the stencils and then put an embellishment on it. That's a great idea, Dixie. So Dixie said to paint, use your stencils to paint on the muslin, and then the muslin would be over the entire thing. That's a great idea. We're going to put this one like that. And we're going to put that like that. And then we're going to do this. Ooh, it's going to be a lot tighter though, because we have that second piece of fabric in there. Just so you know that. Now, these, I'm not going to glue these. You could if you wanted. Like you could glue, where would you glue? Yeah, you could put glue on the inside circle, but we're not going to do that. Does that look straight, like from here to here? It doesn't. Maybe right there it does. That's still not straight. Hold on. Why am I not getting this straight? Hold on. Maybe I just need to move this like that. That's probably what it is. That looks better. No key fob. Yeah. All right. We are going to use these little scissors and we're going to snip all the way around and just snip it off. There you go. Now, if you wanted, probably what I would do, you could run a bead of hot glue all along that seam right there, and that's going to secure it so it doesn't pop open. Um, but it's pretty good in there because these make it super tight. Um, the second layer of fabric in there. Oh, you could do that. Look at that. Let's do that. Let's paint this white. I didn't realize we were painting. Well, I'm going to do a silver on these. So I got these gold and silver paint pens, and I like the way the silver is. Let's show you real quick. And then there's a brush side and a fine tip writing side. So can you send me the list of paints used for all the fall and Halloween decorations before so I can order? Um, which ones? Most of the paints I've used have been all of Nicole's. If you wanted to paint your embroidery hoops, you totally could. I was just kind of leaving them that natural look so it looked like an embroidery hoop. But let's paint this white paint pen. This one will work. And then we might do, we'll probably just hand draw some stripes on here. Although you could use the stencil as well. All right, we're going to let that dry and we're going to do a second coat on it. So let's do the next one. All right. And this one, I think, what color should we do the bow? Oh, this needs to be underneath it. Because I'm thinking, let's clean this one. So what are your guys' thoughts on if we made these bigger? That might be fun. I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it. That's so cute. And then we're going to put a bow up there. I think I want the bow to have glitter on it, but I'm not sure what color I want it yet. As long as you have some really sharp scissors, these are really well. I got these at Dollar General on clearance, and I really like them. They're tiny and they're super sharp. All right, how adorable is that? That's so cute. We're gonna put that one on there. We're gonna put this one on here. Actually, we could just kind of put this to the side too. The top, I think I like it underneath it, maybe. No, I think maybe we'll do the side. I don't know. Maybe we should paint the frames. We're gonna put a bow on it though, too. We are gonna put a bow on it. Let's do one more coat on this one. The boys are yelling, having fun. I'm glad they don't argue. Our boys did argue a little bit when they were younger. They did. Um, Usually it was one of them wanted to do something that the other one didn't, and they're like, he won't play with me. That was mostly what they argued about. Oh, let's do the top on this one. Now they don't argue at all. They have a pretty good relationship. Actually, all my kids have a really good relationship. And the boys are just closer together because they um I mean, Alicia's moved out. So let's take this and get rid of it. All right. Let's continue on. Let's wipe this one off. Ooh, you could make it interchangeable. Hey, Miss Miller, how are you? Um, ooh, lace on the back many years ago. That's a good idea. Like this. You could glue it on the back. Or you mean like a whole like the whole circle of lace on the back? Yeah, that's a really good idea. All right. So I can kind of feel where my should I make this in the center, maybe? I was bringing it down a little bit. We're just going to bring it down just a little bit. Here's my edge. Hold on. Say it right there. Oops. There we go. Whole circle, frame the ring. Okay. Hey, Cheryl, we are playing with our little embroidery hoop ornaments that are in the shop. So Dixie says a hoop would be neat if you could make it interchangeable with different fabric and an embellishment on it. That's a really great idea. That's a really great idea. I really kind of like that idea. And I think this is crooked. It is. It's probably still going to be crooked, but we're just going to call it good. So we stamped some white fabric, some white cotton fabric with some words, and we are just bringing these to life, and I think they're just adorable. I saw in a magazine, I don't know, it might not have been a magazine, it might have been on Pinterest or something. And I was like, wait a minute, I can cut some embroidery hoops that would work. That would be so fun. So I was like, we are going to make that happen for Ornament Week because I think we need embroidery hoops. And so that's exactly what I did. All right, and we're going to put this up here. We're going to do a red bow on this, but what color should we do here? Should we do a gold or silver bow? I don't know about silver because our little screw up here, pretend screw is silver. Although you could do those gold if you wanted. but we're gonna do this one red for sure. This one, I think it's gonna be my favorite. So these are what we have so far. Aren't those absolutely precious? I love those. All right, last one to clean off here. Again, though, these would be really adorable if you painted the frames too. All right, so we're gonna put that up there. That means this is gonna be at the bottom. Or should we do it at the top? I think we're gonna do it right there. Yep, that's where it's going. Oh, let's pull it this way some. Oh, squeeze in there now. There we go. I picked, it might look black. I picked this navy blue because I thought it would be really, really cool for like the night sky behind the manger. A green bow on this one. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do a green bow for the 5 paints. So the discount code won't work for the paints because you're actually checking out on Nicole's site for that. So the your VIP discount code will not work out on the paints. I'm so sorry about that. I should have been very clear about that, and I was not. Oh, you've been watching all week, and these are by far your favorites. So simple. I love it. Well, if you get the bundle of 25 of them, it makes them $1 each. So that's a good deal. And I'm gonna send you, there's a circle that is cut out, this little circle here. You guys are gonna get a bonus because I'm gonna go ahead and send you that circle. So you're gonna get some rounds as well in your order, just as like a bonus. These are simple. Yes, I really, really like them. And we could also, I think we're gonna use, yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I didn't get that one cut very close. There we go. Okay, so for this one though, I think I want to paint the entire manger this um gold, but now that I'm looking at it, I think I just want it to be a solid color. And I think I like the gold, but man, I don't know. Let's see what this gold looks like. You don't think you would have anything? I have, there have been some things that I have cut that haven't been my favorite. I mean, not everything I like is, I mean, you guys are going to probably like things that aren't my favorite. So I still try to put them in the shop, but it is very rare. It is very rare. And then a second smaller piece over where it's open in the middle to make a pocket and then put greenery in it. Yes. We could do that. Let me show you how to do that. Let me see what this gold looks like on here because I might want to use some gold paint. Mm, I like it. It's just kind of like a silver gold. It's kind of a weird gold. Like I think it'll be okay writing, but I don't think we're gonna do that. Oh, I threw my web away. I thought I was done. I think I might just stain this actually. That might look really good. Let's pull our paint pens out. We're gonna do this one red. Is that what we decided? And then we're gonna do this one green. And then we need red for our candy cane as well. Let's see which one might work better. We'll do this one. You used to do embroidery and counted cross stitch. Yes, I love it. I used to do a counted cross stitch all the time. I loved it. I still love it. I just don't do it very much. Hello, Mary. It is so good to see you. Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a rough week back. I'm so sorry to hear that, my friend. I hope your doctor's visit went well. Well, sit back, relax, enjoy the company here, watch a little bit of cuteness coming together, and just kind of let that week just fall off of you right now. Just let it fall away. All right. That's going to be so cute. Look at that. That's adorable. Let's do this one green. Oh, I put my red up and I need it for, oh, no, I didn't. It's right there. You still do crown and cross stitch. If you don't feel like working on anything else, you pull out your cross stitch. I love that. The tried and true. It's been a long time since I've done cross stitch. I look at it when I go to Hobby Lobby. So all these little pieces I'm using are in the shop as well. However, when you go to the shop and you see these in the new release section, there is no photo with it yet. I cut them today, did not take a chance to get a photo, and I came down here and I wasn't going to use them, but then I decided to. So I went ahead and loaded them for you guys, but there is not a picture yet. No picture yet. Let's see. I think this might be too big for, not really. Let's just do some regular stripes. How about that? Well, I just like the way those stripes look better. Let's see. We're just going to use this. I wonder if it'll bleed. Hopefully not. Let's move these out of the way. If it bleeds, it's just going to look funky. I'm not pressing too hard, so hopefully it doesn't bleed. All right. Here's the reveal. Ta-da! It worked. And it didn't bleed. All right, let's dry these. Those are so precious. My goodness. I think I want the frames painted now, though. Should we paint the frames? What do you think? They got all the cancer cells, and you're so grateful. Praise the Lord, Mary. Praise the Lord. I'm so glad. Your exhaustion and pain has been a lot. Yes, lay down. Just be at peace for a little bit. Just be at peace for a little bit. I think I'm going to do this one brown. Just very simple. I think we're going to do it brown. And we'll probably sand it down some too. What's your guys' opinion? Should we paint the frames? Or do you like them raw? There we go. You would leave the frames like they are? That was my original thought. Yes. Lizzie Kate's design and Mill Hill beef kits. I'll have to look and see what those are, Desiree. I think we're gonna sand all these down a little bit. Oh yes. Look, it looks like a vintage. Um, love it. That sanding was really, really perfect. So I think that I thought I liked it like that. Do I like it like that? I don't know. We're gonna put a bow at the top too. But we could put I'm not sure what I like best. Let's put it like that for now. That's super cute. All right, let's go ahead and sand these. Sand this one. I feel like that red Posca pen looks a little pink. I mean, it probably won't because it's not going to be, that's going to be the only red on, unless we put a red ribbon on it, but it looks kind of pink. Let's wipe them down. There we go. Those are cute. So these little embellishment pieces, you can keep them very simple. You don't have to paint them extravagant or anything like that. You can keep them very simple. We might do some pin work on those. A creamy white to match the muslin on the frames. That's a good idea too. So I'm going to just glue that right there. And then we're going to put a pretty bow or something at the top. Is my glue gun heated up? It is not. And I'm going to need it for this because I don't believe that my stick fast is going to adhere the wood to my fabric. So we'll let that heat up a minute because we're going to put it on that. But these, those are so cute. I have some. But I also have lace too. Hold on. All right, we have this green, which might be fun on the top two. Man, oh man, it's way unwrapped. There's the green. Here's a red. There's another green. Ooh, that's way too bright. We need a really cool color for the nativity one. There's a gray, but I don't think I like the gray. We have some others in here. Let's see what else we got. White. Ooh, look at this. Look at that. That's probably way too much, but it matches almost perfectly. It has the polka dots. Would that be cute with some red in it? Oh no, that might be super cute with some red in it behind. Yeah, we're gonna try that and we're gonna put some of this red in it. Here's this too. That might be fun. That's what I'm thinking for the nativity. I don't think the brown. Ooh, the white maybe. That might look good. Here we have black and white as well. All right, I think we got enough out. Let's figure out what we're gonna do with these now. Because we also have, where'd it go? Here it is. We also have a bunch of embellishments that we can put on these. You love beads? Have you, Lee from the Turquoise Valentines does bead shows on Whatnot. If you love beads, you might want to check that out because that's fun. Ooh, we also have these, you guys. These little tiny red bows. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that just really looks pink. Look, we could put a red bow right there and just keep it very simple. That's so cute. We could put one right there. I think we're gonna do that there. These, I don't know. I don't think I like that. But you could put one here. And then we have black. I don't know that I love that. Oh, that looks cute even without the bow. Maybe. All right, I think this is heated up. Let's go ahead and do this one. Let's go ahead and put this on because I know where that one's going. Just like that. Let's press down. Look at that. Oh my goodness, so cute. That's adorable. And I think we're gonna do this right here. And I don't think I'm gonna glue that down. I think I'm just gonna kind of leave it nestled behind the muslin there. And then just put this on right there. And then we'll make a fun bow for the top. So those two are done. This one, because I'm struggling with the bow. Like if we put a bow up here, and we put that on it. We need to repaint this, you guys. I'm not loving that red. We need a bright Christmas red. All right, here goes. We need it to be a bright Christmas red. So, gonna let's just get a sponge. Much better. It's too pink for me. Now it'll look better with the red ribbon, I think. Oh, please. Oh, that's much better. So if we do this, that bow would be that big. I think that that's fine. Let's go ahead and cut that there. And then we're going to glue it just like that. And then we're going to put some of this red on it. And actually, let's go ahead and glue this. And we're just going to put a little bit of, or a lot of it, of red on it. All right, let's just wrap some of this around our hand. Make some loops. That's probably enough. Enough. Let's get our, oh, I think our bow maker is going to be big enough. Sorry. We're just going to tie all this together right here. Don't put on me. All right, that looks good enough to me right there. And then we're going to glue the red bow on top. And then spread all these out. You could clip these if you wanted it to be like a scrappy bow. And I think we did it a little bit too big. Can't really see the green behind it, but I think you can see it enough. Look at that. I don't like it. Well, maybe we're not going to use that bow. Or maybe we should just do the green. Maybe? What do you think? Is that what we should do? Let's cut that off again. Maybe we just want the green. I just felt like the green might be too much. I don't like that. Do you like that? I don't know if I like that. All right, we're on the struggle bus right now for a hot second. Hold on. We're gonna put some black in with it. And we're going to say if it was like that. And then the black, we don't need this much green. I did way too much. All right, let's do this. We're gonna glue each one down. And we didn't need to glue this together back here, because now we're just gonna cut it in half. It's probably what we should have done in the first place. Sometimes I gotta work through stuff though. Let's do one more of these. All right. So there is a little hole here for you to put your string through, or you can put it through the top part. Hello, Sherry. How are you? Oh, goodness, that's a lot of glue. All right, we're going to put that there. And we're going to do a little more glue. We could glue these or tie these together, I guess, but how is the pie bacon going today, Sherry? And we'll put that one there. Actually, that might be all we do. And then that there. Yep, that's all we're going to do. We don't need these other ones. And there we go. That's so precious. Let's angle these. Oops. And let's do it this way. I don't know that we're going to use these either. You have to make a lemon meringue one tomorrow. Yum. All right. So let me get my white pen. I don't know that I'm going to like this. I don't like that. I knew I wasn't going to. Well, maybe we just need to do more of it. There we go. That's so adorable. That's super cute. Super, super cute. All right. And then we can put, let's put we don't want to hang it by that one. Let's just do a black one. Oh, actually, let's do white. And now these can hang. I'll just nestle that down at the back. Just like so. That's super cute. Very, very cute. Very festive. All right, let's do this one. So I really like a bunch of these, but I just think they need to be longer because they don't peek out behind this the way that I want it to. Actually, maybe it just needs to be a little bit longer. Let's do a combo. Y'all, I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to right now. I am just trying to make some cute bows. And then let's go here and here. We did do that ourselves. Yes, Sherry, the names and the words, we used little stamps and a little ink pad. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm wondering if that's a little bit bigger now, if it'll look better like that. Oh, it does. It does. So let's tie that together. Let's take a little bit of this red. Let's just tie it in a knot here. I feel like I need about 10 hands. Let's tie it in a knot. Ta-da. We could leave those too. They're just going to blend in with the opposite side. You guys, even that looks cute just with this. If you didn't have these embellishment pieces, you could totally just put these up there. How cute is that? Let's put a little bit of glue. That's a lot of it. Just like that. Super cute. See, it looks cute just even without all of these embellishments. But if you wanted to put them on there, you totally can. We're going to. I mean, we did them. And we're also going to put it right there in the middle there. So for those of you that just hopped on, these are our embroidery hoop um, ornaments. They work just like, well, they don't work just like an embroidery hoop because you can't twist the screw up here. But the concept is the same. Just don't, I mean, I'm using regular cotton fabric. You're not going to want to use like a sweater or flannel or anything like that because it's going to be a little bit hard to um, get the layers together if you do that. Super cute. Oh, there we go. And this is a chalk pen, okay? It's not super, super bold. See how faint that is? So it just gives a little bit. It's a chalk pen, okay? These are super cute, you guys. Let's put a white one on here. I don't know that I tied that tight enough or cut that long enough, but it'll just be a smaller loop. That didn't work. I pulled too hard. Tomorrow morning is our last day of ornament week. Have y'all had fun? What's been your favorite thing? We've done a lot of cool ornaments this week. I'm going to tell you. If you've missed any, you're definitely going to want to go back and watch them because we've done some cute ones. And we still have more. I'm going to continue doing them through next week. So don't worry. If there's still ornaments that you're like, oh, it was ornament week and she didn't finish those, we're going to do them still. Promise, promise. All right. So this one, I think a green. I think we should just do a bundle green like this. We're just going to make a loopy bow. Right. Just like that. Looks good to me. Telling you, I need 10 hands today. Laura, you've missed all the lives this week. Have you been busy? We've missed you for sure. Let's go ahead and tie it into a knot. Hello, Angie. How are you? All right. There we go. And I think we're just going to glue that one on there, and that just looks really cute the way it is. We're going to do it this way, though. Actually, this way. Super cute. All right, so if you can't find any embroidery hoops, I really do like the idea that you said, Dixie, of making some interchangeable. Love that idea. There we go. I'm pulling that one. It's a little bit long on this one side. There we go. That's so cute. These are adorable. Again, there are so many ornaments this week that you could grab bundles of. Several of you have actually done that. You've grabbed some of the bundles so you can have an ornament. Hey, Sherry, it has been a long time, my friend. So you can grab the bundles and have an ornament painting party because there's a lot of cool ornaments that are in the shop. All right, now we need to figure out these are all bright and fun. Look how cute those are. But now we need the true story one, and I don't have any navy blue ribbon. How about let's just use some raffia? I think that would actually be the best option. Just because of the manger and all of that, I think that's going to be, I think that's what we're going to do. All right, I got a piece. That piece is probably enough. Should use raffia or like baker's twine. Not baker's twine. What am I saying? This. Just twine. Just regular twine. And we're going to use that to tie it together. So we're going to do this the same as we did. Let's do there we go. How big of a loop do we want? It does look like hay in a manger. We could put it. See how long that. Yeah, we probably don't want it more than that. All right, we're gonna loop all this together. Hmm, I think that's probably enough. We don't need any more. Let's put it in here and let's tie it together. There we go. Making sure it's in the middle. I really like this one. All right, let's scrunch this up some, make it messy. Ooh, I love that. Can't really put it in the middle because it does take away like the look of the manger. I wonder if we could scoot it down some. I bet we could. I'm not gonna mess with it. It's glued on there pretty tight. But we could have scooted it down a little bit more, but we're gonna put that right there. You can still tell it's a manger, can't you? Yeah, you can. Yes, we can. That is a lot of glue there. I love it. What do you guys think of these? Thank you, Patsy. Do I still have the pilgrim set? I do not. I do not. We cut all those. That was last Friday, I think. Yeah, because they all went out this week. They all went out this week. I'm feeling really good, Patsy. Thank you. That's very sweet of you to ask. That's precious, you guys. We're gonna put twine on this to hang it. I think this one just needs that rustic look. We're gonna stick with that. Hold on, there's some hot glue seeping. There was a lot of hot glue in there. We're gonna have to wait a second. My alarm's going off. Must be 9 o'clock. Do you like them, Kim? I think they're adorable. I have a hard time getting it through that hole because there's hot glue in it now. But guess what? We did it. Looky there. Ta-da. There we go. We have 4 ornaments though, but actually you guys get 5 in a set. Okay. You are going to get 5 of them, of these embroidery rounds. Um, they come 5 in a set. And unless you order like the bundle pack of 5 sets, which is 25, and that makes them $1 each. But look how adorable these are going to be. There's so many ways you could bring these to life. I just love the little embroidery hoop look. It's just very vintage. I just love it. I think it's adorable. They turned out super, super cute. Which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite? If I had to pick, I would bet I love this one, and I think I love this one. It would be one of these two. That's just more like whimsical, like me. Those are super cute. So many ways you guys can bring these to life. So go grab these in the shop. They are there. Remember, I did put, there is no picture of it in the shop yet. Okay. But I did put this Christmas bundle, Christmas embellishment bundle. There's a lot of different embellishment pieces in here. You can go back and watch the replay. I poured them all out, but that's where these wooden pieces came from. They were in that embellished Christmas embellishment bundle. Sherry, yours is the main favorite's the manger. I really like that one too. I really, really do. Those would be a really cute gift for somebody. I agree. Well, thank you, ladies, for hanging on with me tonight. I had fun. This is night 4 of Christmas ornament crafting. Tomorrow, we're going to finish up ornament week, and I'm super excited. I have some fun things to share with you guys. And then, y'all, tomorrow's Halloween. The candy canes are cute. You like the candy canes? Those are adorable. I like that. Um, Tomorrow's Halloween, and then it's November 1st. And then the rest of the year just flies by. One of the things that we've talked about inside our workshop this week, inside the Heart of Christmas workshop this week, is, just embracing the joy of the season, embracing the simplicity of the season, embracing the presence of the season, not presence as in opening presents, but um, just slowing down and enjoying each day for what it's worth, because all too often I'm guilty, you're guilty. I don't think anyone is um immune to this, but we all get to January 1st and we're like, where did that go? Where did it go? So I really, really want to encourage you guys to just enjoy the season. Okay, it's going to be chaos, it's going to be stressful, it's going to be all of the things, but I want you to just take some time when you're feeling all of that stress and all of that just chaos of the season, maybe grief, maybe heartache, because I know several of you guys on here don't do anything for the holidays. You don't have anybody to see. And so instead of just sitting in either the chaos and the stress and not enjoying any of it, or sitting in the grief and sorrow and not enjoying any of it, we are living our life right now. We're not waiting for some big thing to happen. We are living our life right now, and we are serving God best when we are able to enjoy each day. um, Find something in today that makes you smile. When you get to the end of the day, if you're like, man, nothing really made me smile today, I want you to really dig into that and think, because there is always something that we can be grateful for. And so just thinking about slowing down and just enjoying the beauty of the season for what it's worth, because it is coming. It is here. I love you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this week. Like I said, we're going to finish up tomorrow. Our live will be during the day tomorrow. We have our 9 a.m. Heart of Christmas workshop in the morning. And so if you guys are in that, make sure you're joining me at 9 a.m. in the morning. And then we will be live here on the page right after that. All right. I love you guys. I will see you soon.